Hi there, free spirits. I've got a tutorial for you, and I just want to say in advance, do excuse my voice. It's summer here and I'm in Cornwall and the grasses have gone crazy and it's kicked my ass with hay fever, so I am completely drowning in tissue and my nose sounds really blocked up. So don't worry, I'm not ill, I'm just allergic. So what I'm going to teach you today is how to make a really simple tip sheet or cheat sheet or fact sheet, just a 1 or 2 page little sheet you want to give away either to your list or as part of a course, and how to make that using 2 free online tools. And the online tools we're going to use are PicMonkey to design it, and then small PDF to turn it into a PDF. So very quick and easy. Both of these programs are online programs. You don't need to download anything to your computer. It's all completely online, which is fab. So to do the demo, I'm going to be using a fact sheet that Christina from Gorgeous Guineas has given me, just so I can use this as a demonstration. So I'm just going to show you how to make like a simple, fact sheet or whatever that you can use for whatever reason, really. It's quite the fun thing to do because PicMonkey is obviously awesome and you can make anything with it. And then when I discovered small PDF, I was like, oh hell yes, now I can turn everything into PDFs as well. Great! Right, so first up we're going to make our design, and because I'm doing this as a PDF, kind of like a tip sheet, I want it to be an A4 size. So I just went to Google and I put A4 in pixels into my search, and it came up with this handy website here, and it tells me, so I'm going to go for 300 dpi because that is, or PPI as they call it. So this is the print quality version. Okay, so it's 2,480 pixels wide by 3,508 pixels tall. So we can put that into, if you go to design, this little thing pops up here, and across the right it says custom. So this is where we put our 2480 and then 3508 there. So that was right, wasn't it? Yep, 2480 and 3508. So that's the size we've got now in PicMonkey. So from here on, this is what the size we're going to work with, and so you can decide what colours. You can do like a colourful background, but bear in mind if people are going to print it out, they may not be so ecstatic that you use loads of colour because it's expensive. So I do try and keep things quite simple with the colour. Usually I only use loads and loads of colour on one sheet of things, and if it's going to be 2 sheets or more, I try and make them more of a white background with colourful elements on the top. So if you wanted to colour your canvas, obviously there's the colour picker here, and you can put your own hex code in for your own branded colours if you know what they are here. But like I said, I'm going to keep things simple, so I am going to keep it white. And also it fits in with Christina's branding anyway, because she's got this logo with kind of like a purple colour on a white background. So let's start her sheet. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to import her logo. So I'm going to do that by going to the butterfly image here, which is where you can either use PicMonkey's vast array of awesome imagery, or you can add your own. So obviously if you've got your own logos and all that, you want to go and use your own stuff, right? So I've got a Gorgeous Guineas folder here, so I'm going to use this logo. Ah, look, doesn't it look so cute? Gorgeous Guineas. There it is, right at the top. And then she's given me a Word document of things to add as well, so I'm going to start adding this in and then tweak it. So first of all, I'm going to add a text box, and I'm going to do that by clicking the text image here, which is the T, and then add text. Now first of all, I'm going to pick which text I think would suit. So she's got quite a clean font for the logo, so I'm going to match that. So I'm going to try Quicksand because that's quite a nice, clean, modern looking font. So you add that in, and I'm just going to cut and paste this stuff here. The BBCD of guinea pig skincare. Christina makes awesome natural products for guinea pigs. And obviously this is all a bit gigantic, so I'm going to size it down. Oops. Oh, no. Ah, I didn't cut the rest of it. Okay, that's not a problem. The rest of it is made really tiny. That's really fun. Let's put a number in here. Make it all the same size. There we go. So if you highlight your text and just make it all the same size for now, then you can kind of work with it. Now bear in mind, you don't want your fonts to be gigantic. PicMonkey always makes everything about 100 pixels, but this will be a printable A4 sheet. So work with font sizes you would normally use on a printable sheet, but just a little bit bigger. So don't use like a 10 or 11 or 12, go for something like 20 and above, but obviously 40 is quite large. So let's get pimping this. Oops. And how I changed the size is I just highlighted all the text. And if you go to this box here, you can either move this along and it kind of jumps from different sizes, or you can literally highlight here and type it in. So I'm going to make, the nice thing about PicMonkey is that you can select just one word or a sentence in your text box and change the font and make it bigger and do things with it and change the colour of it. It's not like a Word document where everything has to be the same, or sometimes if you're using WordPress it changes everything. This is really cool. You can literally pinpoint even just one word or a sentence and change it. So I'm going to make that quite big. Because that's our kind of like epic headline. Oops. Make that, see what 100 looks like. And I want it to be the colour that's going to match her logo as well, because I think that looks really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the text. I want to change colour. Go to this little box here. If you click on this kind of weird side panel, you do get this little dropper where you can select colour from anywhere. So I'm going to go over to her logo and I'm going to just drop it, and there, done. And there you see it's changed the colour of that font to make it the same purple as her tick sheet, which is awesome. So I'm now going to make this, so she's got a bit of a lead-in sentence here to tell you that this list makes things handy and whatever. So I'm going to just separate this, and then I'm going to make this quite big, because this is the kind of the big list of what we're going to tell people about this guinea pig skincare. So Christina's done this special list of like the cleaning, the B, B, C, D of caring for your guinea pigs. So it's bathing, bedding, cleaning and disinfecting. I'm going to make that purple too. So again, over to the right here with this little box, click in the little strip, get the dropper and match it up to your picture or logo. So it looks quite cute. I think also we could instill in people that it's really important to do all of those things. So I'm going to add in some special imagery. If you go to the Apple, it brings up this collection of kind of like themed items. And if you go to the school one and scroll down, there's this little thing called correction marks. So go here and you can see you can make kind of like boxes. You can either leave the boxes blank or put a tick in them yourself. So I think for this one we could do something quite awesome. So I'm going to tab this along a little bit. And then I'm going to put in this box. And again, I'm going to make it the right colour. So over to this little strip on the side, make it purple. And I'm going to shrink it down to whatever size would be awesome. I'm going to plonk it here. It needs to be a little bit smaller. There, that's nice. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click on it and it will come up with this box here. And if you go to duplicate overlay, it makes another one exactly the right size, so you don't have to keep remaking it. So just keep going to duplicate overlay by right clicking, and it does it for you. It's magic. So now we have like a cool little sheet with the ticks. I'm going to add ticks to them as well, to just instill into people that they need to do all of these things for their guinea pigs. So now I'm going to plonk a tick in there. Ah, doesn't that look pretty? And again, I'm going to duplicate overlay again like before. Oops, duplicate the wrong thing. That's the one I want. Can be hard to select things sometimes when they're a bit tiny. If you have trouble working this size, down on the bottom right hand corner here you can change how big your document is. Just hit the plus, and to scroll up and down it you can just move the background there, which is pretty awesome. Oops. Go back. So you see our, rather than a boring Word document, which it is at the moment, it's now starting to look pretty funky. It looks pretty cool, right? So you can see straight away what needs doing. We're going to care for these guinea pigs like nobody's business. Oops. When you scroll down your sheet, don't actually go on the page because you move everything around. Use the background to scroll if you've made your size bigger. So what's next on the sheet? So now we're going to go into actually looking at each of these sections. So I'm going to make a new text box by going to the T again. Select the font you want, hit add text. Super easy. And again, like before, I'm just going to cut and paste what Christina has written. Oh, do apologise for my hay fever, it really has gone crazy. It's even making my brain not work as well, so. And again, make it all just one font size for now so you can see what you're dealing with. Bring it down, stretch it out to wherever you want your margin. Okay, so we want to make this more of a headline, and also I want a little bit of separation between what is the start of the guide and what would be the actual guide itself. So I'm going to put like a little bit of fancy something, a divider of some sort in between there. So if you want to do anything like that, then there are all sorts of things hidden around in this, and they have, where is it, ribbons. Most of them are a little bit fat and bulky, so I don't think I'm actually going to use any of those at all. I don't like any of them. So what I'm going to do instead, if we go to the apple, which has got all the themed graphics, I'm going to go to school, and I know that they have in here a line, a dashed line, so I'm going to put that in. Now that's a bit fat and chunky. I don't want it fat and chunky, so I'm going to make it small, but then I'm going to make sure it's selected, right click, duplicate overlay, and make a few of them. So I make one long line, like so. Okay. Now I could colour that purple as well, but we've got quite a lot of purple on the page and there's no need to go crazy. I'm just going to make sure this colour is a bit grey, and I'm going to make that black so it stands out more. I'm going to make this one black as well. Oh, it already is. There we go. Yes. Okay. So here's the start to get into the actual meat of the thingy, the tip sheet. This text is fine for body text, but I want to make more of the heading here, so I'm going to make that huge. And I'm going to make that I'm not sure if I'm in the right font actually. I'm just going to change the font and make sure. You can always change fonts as well if you don't like what you've done. It's so easy, you just highlight your text and then go. Good, good, good. There we go. And I'm going to make that, and what text was that? Okay, so make everything match up. What you want to do, you want to have some text for making your big headers, and you want a different text for making body text. So my header text is this quicksand because I thought it was quite clean and it kind of matched, was similar even to the font that Chrissy has on her actual logo. So I'm going to make this one purple because it's the header. So again, I'm going to go to this little strip here, click on it so I get the dropper, and I can take a dropper from here. Anything that's got the right colour on will work. But I want my body text to be different because I want it to be a bit more easy to read, so I'm just going to go for a simple body text, Arial, because Arial is a nice readable font. And I'm going to just quickly check what these were. So I want this one to be quicksand. Oops. I'll just change that down a size. Yeah. And then that's going to be Arial, and it is, so that's fine. And then this lot of text I want to be quicksand. There. So that looks really nice, and it's all matching. So I want a bit of a gap between here because you don't want all your text bunched up. So you just put a gap in, or if it gives it too much of a gap, you can change the sizing of the gap by just moving this size bar here. Very simple to use. So as you can see, compared to an actual plain Word document, which you could turn just into an actual PDF from the Word document, but it's not very pretty. So I'm not going to go through every single thing because obviously that would take ages and you'd all get bored. I just wanted to show you how it can be done. Oops, don't need that. And PicMonkey relatively quickly. So that hasn't taken very long to do, and it already looks miles better than the original. So once you've got it all like this, you can start tweaking it. So I can see that these aren't quite straight over here. So I'll just move them, tab them along a little bit. So they're more in a line. Oops, not that one. There. It's a bit better. Yes, that's much more square. And you want to do the same for everything. Just make it as neat as possible. You don't have to be totally anal about that unless your brand is all about everything being precise. My brand is quite rock star, so I don't mind if everything doesn't 100% line up exactly because I like things to be a little bit offbeat and quirky. But what you want to do also is when you're making a sheet like this, you want to somewhere have on it your website, because you don't really want people to be sharing this around, and then if it gets into people's hands, you want them to know that it's come from you and where to go to your website, so you get, you know, link backs to it. And I think Chrissy's given a wonderful image for her guinea pigs. Let's have a look. A letterhead design, which is really cute. Look, with her wonderful logo and a strap line and even her web link here. So I can pop that straight in as a footer. So if you're making, even if it's just one page or several pages, it doesn't matter. You should always have a footer. It could just be literally your text of writing your website. That's fine. And a copyright or anything like that. It's fine. I keep it quite simple. I usually just write copyright 2014 Starkshire and leave it at that. So let's add her nice footer that she's already made. So we go to the butterfly, go to your own, and here it is. She's got it as a GG letterhead design. Let's see what that looks like. let's make that a bit bigger. Now we don't want to make it too big because you don't want to have your footer taking up all the space. So I'm just going to put it, what I'm going to do, to make it look like one long wonderful banner across the bottom, I'm going to go to the butterfly, go to geometric, go to this shape here. I'm going to make it the right size, and then I'm going to stretch it out, and I'm going to make that the same colour as this by going to the little strip again, making it purple, and there you go, indistinguishable. You might want to close right in on this so you can get the sizing right and layer it up nicely, but I'm going to put it right down the bottom so we don't want it right lurking at the top anyway. And keeping the same border we've got going around the page already. Bring that in. And just line it up nicely. You can move it with your mouse or you can use the tab. You can see here it's a little bit too big, so I'm just going to bring it in. There. So now we have this awesome tip sheet. Obviously I haven't written the whole document in yet because I'm just doing this as a demonstration, so I haven't put all the rest of her stuff in. But the nice thing is with PicMonkey is that you can save this as the first sheet, as sheet 1, so let's do that now. Oops. See, this is why I hate Windows 8. It has a mind of its own. So I'm going to save it as the large file size, and for some reason when you save an A4, I don't know why, but PicMonkey changes the size a little bit. So I'm just going to go back in and make sure that is the right size, 2480. And it'll automatically make it 3508 here because it's a locked size. Okay, so I usually save them as JPEGs, but you can do PNGs as well. When I'm doing PDFs, I actually honestly haven't noticed a difference in quality between the JPEG and PNG. Mostly I use the PNGs for images, and I use JPEGs if there's lots of text and image. But it's up to you, have a play. You can save it as both and see what you think. So I'm going to just save now to, and I'm going to call it page GG page 1, Gorgeous Guineas page 1, because if I was making this document for real, I would have 2 pages. But I'm going to just show you something in it, so let's just save that. The nice thing is, once it's saved, it still stays here. So you could now go through, delete loads of this, and then just write your second page in, leaving your header, oops, leaving your header and your footer the same, so you just had to change the middle bit, and then you don't have to, you know, mess around creating it all from scratch and hoping it looks the same. If you were making a really large document, I would make a blank document with your header and your footer in, and then just fill in with different text each time and keep resaving it. It would just save you a crazy amount of time. So here's how to then turn that into a PDF. We go to this free tool called Small PDF, which you can find just by putting the word Small PDF into Google. Click on what comes up, it will just say Small PDF, and make sure you've highlighted the JPEG to PDF option here. Okay, there's loads of different options, it's awesome, you can do all kinds of things with this, but today we're doing the JPEG to PDF. So we're going to choose our file, and it is over here. So here we are, GG page 1. Open it up, and then you can mess around with it a little bit. So I've left it at auto and A4. I want no margin. I don't like big margins on my documents. So you can mess with these settings, and then you hit create PDF now, and it does it, and that's it. Download. So I normally have a look at it first by opening with Adobe Reader. So look how cute that looks. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that just so much better than that? So obviously this would normally be a 2-page sheet, but again I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. Doesn't look pretty. It looks nice and branded. It looks professional, and no one will know that you did it with 2 free online tools. Hey! So I'll just quickly show you what it would be like if you did 2 sheets using this same system. So go back to small PDF, start over, choose file. So I'm just going to drop this same file in twice. So you can just add more images. So let's just do another one. So it's the same page twice. Let it upload them. So you can add as many images as you want. You can create like ebooks, you know, mini course books, worksheets, workbooks, tip sheets, anything. It's going to revolutionize your freebies and your course materials for sure. So once you've filled in everything, again, just create a PDF now. Except this time it will be a 2-page PDF. It does the same process, start over. And I do recommend donating because it is awesome. I sent them $3 the other day. I was so pleased. Oops, what happened there? I clicked the wrong thing. Alright. Try that again. Sorry about that. Like I said, my hay fever has addled my brain. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So I want another image. So this is our 2-image PDF. Let it upload. And now I can create. It's generating our PDF. And then we can download. Again, I like to open it first to check that everything's okay. There we go. So imagine it's 2 separate documents and not the same thing repeated. But look at that. Beautiful, branded PDF just made from 2 free tools from the internet. Awesome. Have a go. Have a play yourself. And start creating some really fabulous stuff. You can go wild. I've done quite a simple one because the branding of this particular business looked best as a simple sheet. But if you're on any of my courses, you'll see that I create ones that are quite wacky sometimes with loads of colour and all sorts of craziness. So just have a play. PicMonkey is an awesome tool. There's lots and lots to do. Go wild. You can add all sorts of imagery to it. And if you don't, you know, have your own logo yet, you can create one easily by using all the awesome tools here. When those of you that have done my Pimp My Chimp course, I create the branding for that using the little monkey icon here. So, you know, that really helped because I didn't have a logo done. But yeah, go wild, guys. Go and have a play. Make some awesome documents, and I will see you soon. Take care.